Greetings to everybody. Today we are going to discuss the reflection for the day 28 June 2023. The Gospel is taken from the Gospel of Mark, chapter 12, verses 1 to 12. Gospel of Mark, chapter 12, verses 1 to 12. What Jesus speaks about his kingdom, what we have to do, what we have to do for getting all the things done to enter into the kingdom. This is the parable in which what Jesus speaks. Let's listen and reflect on it. In this parable, a man plants a vineyard and enters into tenants while he goes away. When the time comes to collect the fruit, the owner sends several servants, but the tenants mistreat them, even going so far as to kill some of them. Finally, the owner sends his beloved son, thinking the tenants will respect him, and they seize the opportunity to kill him as well. This parable can be seen as an allegory that reflects the relationship between God and the people of Israel. The vineyard represents the nation of Israel, and the owner symbolizes God. The tenants represent the religious leaders and authorities of Israel, who were entrusted with the responsibility of caring for the people and leading them in righteousness. The servants sent by the owner can be understood as the prophets whom God sent to guide and warn people of Israel throughout their history. However, instead of listening to the prophets and hearing their message, the religious leaders rejected and mistreated them. The climax of the parable is when the owner sends his beloved son, who represents Jesus Christ himself. The religious leaders, blinded by their desire for power and authority, seen an opportunity to eliminate the heir and claim the inheritance for themselves. Jesus' parable highlights the rejection and mistreatment of God's messengers throughout history and foreshadows his own impending death. It also points to the consequences that await those who reject God's authority and abuse their positions of leadership. Furthermore, the reference to the stone rejected by the builders becoming the cornerstone emphasizes the ultimate triumph of God's plan. Despite the rejection and crucifixion of Jesus, God will bring about redemption and establish his kingdom. It, it urges us to examine our own actions, considering whether we have embraced or rejected the messengers and teachings of God. It also reminds us to the consequences of pride, greed, and self-centeredness when they lead us away from God's purposes. My dear fellow being, we should not be those kind of religious leaders. Rather, we must trust or we must obey the will of God. Thank you for listening.